Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Grace. We are going to work on this Tannen's Tie Story Elements graphic organizer. So this is an organizer that has all different story elements. So it has a section for characters here, the setting, and then it has plot here, which includes the problem, beginning, the middle, end of a story, and the solution to the problem. You need to make sure that you read Mr. Tannen's tie trouble here through YouTube, that you listen to the recording of Mrs. Whetstone reading Mr. Tannen's tie trouble before you can do the Story Elements graphic organizer with me. So if you haven't, go ahead and pause this, go over and watch that book, and then come back over. If you have, you need your graphic organizer and a pencil. We are going to focus just on the top of our graphic organizer to start for the title up here and then the characters and the setting. So first I want you to fill in the title of the book, which is Mr. Tannen's Tie Trouble. So make sure you have the title written down. Now we're going to look at the characters and the setting. So we always learn about the characters and the setting at the beginning of the story, and then we may learn some more about it as we read. For the characters, we are focusing on the main characters. There were a lot of characters in the story, but we don't list every single one. Remember, we just are listing the main people or animals. This book didn't have any animals, so just the main people. So I want you to stop and think about what characters were in this story. One of them is Mr. Tannen. What could we call, it's a collective group of people. And that collective group of people would be students, the kids, the students at the school. And now I'm thinking of another name for a group of people. There were lots of these people. They were buying the ties. They were in the story. But I'm not going to list every single one, like Mr. Apple and the chef and everybody. So we are going to call those townspeople. So make sure you have those three. Notice that I use bullets. That's what these things are here, these little dots, to separate because I'm making a list of the characters. All right, on to the setting box. What does setting mean? So we said that characters are the people in the story. The setting is the time and the place. So we are thinking of the time and the place of where and when this story took place. So I could think of the where. There was a principal and students. So where is that taking place? Yes, it's taking place at a school. So we want to be specific and write the name of the school. The name of the school is Lyndhurst School. So I wrote that there. And the when. So the story did take place over time because they had to have an auction and then work on the construction of the new playground and have it finished. So it definitely wasn't like a day. If you looked closely at one of the pictures, which I know you don't have your book with you in front of you, so you may not have seen this, but in one of the pictures there was a calendar in the background, and it said that the construction was to begin on January 15th. So I noticed that looking at the pictures. But we know the when is definitely, we think, is it summertime when there's no school, or is it during the school year? So yes, it is during the school year. So I just wrote school year, and then in parentheses, which are these things, sometimes you guys will ask, what are the C's? These are parentheses. I just put in parentheses, started January 15th. We don't know how long it took, but definitely went over a span of time. The next box in your graphic organizer, we see the plot here. That's where the juicy stuff in the story happens, and we are on the problem. So what went wrong in the story? You all just wrote snowman stories where you had to have a problem in there and then a solution to solve the problem. So when you're thinking about Mr. Tannen's tie trouble, I want you to think about the big problem that happened in the story. All right, so it was a big problem. So our problem in the story is that there isn't enough money to build a playground. That was the big main problem in the story. There wasn't enough money to build a playground. So now I just kind of scroll down my screen. So my problem is there isn't enough money to build a playground. Now I'm going to come up with a solution that matches that problem. What is the solution to not having enough money for the playground. What does Mr. Tannen do to try to solve his problem? I want you to think about that. I want you to pause and think about it and see if you can come up with your solution all on your own. So the solution I came up with that was in the book was that Mr. Tannen auctions off his ties to raise money for a new playground. So he solved his problem by thinking of the idea of having the auction and advertising it. He put flyers up all over the town, and then the townspeople came and they bought the ties. So his solution was to auction off his ties and to raise enough money to build that new playground. Right now we're going to focus on the beginning, middle, and end of the story. So we're thinking of the beginning, middle, and end. The big things that happen in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. So I want you to think, what big thing was going on in the beginning of the story? In the beginning of the story, we learn that there isn't enough money for a new playground. So I made sure to write that in my beginning box. There isn't enough money for a new playground. What happened in the middle and the end of the story? So sometimes it's a kind of a good idea to think of what was the big thing that happened at the end of the story. So at the end of the story, we know that the big exciting thing that happened in the story is that the school got a new playground and that all the people gathered together and they gave Mr. Tannen his ties back. So that's our big end of the story. So at the end of the story, the school got a new playground, like we said, and the townspeople gave the ties back to Mr. Tannen. So now we have the middle of the story. What was the big event that happened in the middle of the story? So we're thinking there wasn't enough money, and then in the end they get the new playground. So what was the big event in the middle of the story that helped them get the new playground? And you pause, try to think of it, and put your answer in your box. So in that middle box, I wrote, Mr. Tannen organizes an auction to raise money for the school. Your answer could be slightly different. For all of these boxes, you might have worded it differently. You didn't have to word it just like I did or go erase anything. So thanks for working with me today, guys. As I said before, we worked on story elements, and this was just a graphic organizer, which is a fancy word for kind of like the way that we organized the story elements here with character, setting, and then problem, solution, beginning, middle, and end. So when we read fictional stories, all stories have these story elements. So we want to think about these elements as we read other books as well. Have a great day. Talk to you guys later.